There's kind of a recurring theme when we talk to MSPs, solution providers around the world. When you ask them what's their biggest problem, the biggest pain point, the theme's pretty familiar. I need to sell more. I need more help with marketing. I need more customers. It's always related to sales and marketing, and it feels like the story we've been telling forever, where we focus on sales and marketing as part of what helps a solution provider out. And this is a legitimate problem. We need to work on that. But what's embedded in that we haven't really dug into is a new problem. We actually did some research here at SolarWinds to dig into some of the big problems that solution providers are finding. And we found that there's another problem that doesn't get talked about in the same way, and that's churn. And this is when you lose customers. The idea of you acquire customers and you keep them, but the ones you lose churn. They're moving on to other providers, they're no longer doing business with you. And why this happens is kind of critical. Now, the research was telling us about the numbers. We dug into this and we found that when you look in EMEA, so Europe and related areas, you're finding that for every 5 customers gained monthly, on average, they're losing 4. And in North America, the numbers are for every 4 gained monthly, you're losing 3. And that's a lot. If you think about it and say 75% of the customers that you're going to acquire, you're going to lose, that's a big investment that you're then not taking advantage of over time. And from a managed services perspective, the real benefit is that monthly recurring revenue. And you want to keep that for a long time. The longer you can, the more that lifetime value of a customer really continues to increase and help your business out. And if your big problem is that you need to acquire new customers, that you need to go out and sell and you need to go out and market, and you're losing them, you're not actually solving that core problem. If I can help your business by just keeping more customers, that's better. And if we think about it from a machine perspective, if we put things into a broken machine, it's not going to retain them well, and you're not going to get good results. And you're going to make that problem worse when you increase the volume through it. You know, a rickety machine is not going to hold up, and it's not going to hold up well if I stress it out and put twice as much through the machine. So we can't just add more leads. If we instantly put double the leads into your business, but the churn is still a problem, we're really left in a bad spot. So this might feel like this is a big problem, but actually there's an opportunity here. It may be all bad news, but it's not. If we can fix and reduce customer churn just even slightly, it can make a major difference in the business. So if you want to leave your comfort zone a little bit, you want to expand out the things that you're focused on, you can actually focus on a couple of different things. You don't want to overlook the soft skills related. You don't want to overlook the customer experience. And if you can really invest in that, this is a really big opportunity. If you're focused on customer quality, service quality, pushing for those managed services contracts, keeping customers engaged, and making sure you're delivering a great experience, you're going to make a big difference here. That customers are expecting a whole lot more out of the businesses that they work with now than ever before. If you think about your own engagement with companies, you have really higher expectations than ever before from a customer service perspective, and your customers have the same thing. But beyond those soft skills and beyond working from a customer experience perspective, we can actually look at security as an opportunity here. And in fact, you may think, well, security isn't really linked to customer retention, but it is, because customers remember the experience that they've had when something goes wrong. And we don't want our customers to have breaches. And anything we can do to keep them from having that is going to ensure that they're staying with us longer, because they're not going to leave you during the breach. You don't fire the firefighter when he's working on putting the fire out and rescuing your home. You think about making changes after that. That becomes an event that sticks in their head and they really think about it ongoing, and we don't ever want that to happen. So an investment in security is an investment in reducing churn. Now, we've got lots of great material talking about security, so I'm not going to dive into that. What I'm going to talk about is the way that customers think about it and the way that you can approach it. Because you can actually look at putting in place a proper layered security program. When you put together all of the components of that, that ensures that you're reducing all of their risk, but you're also reducing the possibility of them churning out. By leaving your organization because of an incident, you've reduced the likelihood of an incident, you've made them feel more safe, you've made sure they're protected, and you've not caused the kind of event that might make them think about engaging with a different solution provider, because that becomes those buying moments. And we want to make sure that we're giving them that great customer experience all the time, and that's security as well. That's the ongoing component of managing the environment. And you can't just say, I'm going to buy this one security product and put it in place. You've got to make sure that the program is robust and it covers all of the aspects that they might need. Now, different customers are going to look differently, so your layered security approach may be different. In some cases, you may say it's very comprehensive, but you might be in a different regulated industry and it goes even beyond that, and you move into compliance management, or you have specific things around a vertical or your geographic environment, and the laws may be different in one country versus another in the way you serve your customers. That's a good thing. That means you can customize that, deliver something different to them, and deliver that higher value service. So you're going to want to move beyond just managed services into more managed security services, and you're going to want to embed them into your traditional services. A typical managed services provider focuses on keeping an environment stable and up and running, and then adds in security services as part of that. And by adding in security services, you're addressing their implied expectations, because they're assuming you're taking care of this as well, and you're making them feel good about it. And the best solution providers are also making sure to be very obvious about the things that they're doing. They're having conversations with their customers about what security means to their business, what they're going to be doing on an ongoing basis, and making sure they understand security isn't something you buy one time, and it isn't something that you install one time with a particular product, but instead it's an ongoing service and an ongoing management process that happens over time. It's risk reduction. You're going to make sure that you're minimizing their exposure and you have responses at the ready. You know, one of the things we keep hearing about all these ransomware stories that are happening in the news. For the organizations that are prepared, they know that it's going to happen, but they have then a system in place to address it. They're being very proactive and they're taking care of it, and they understand these things happen, and then they manage it ongoing, both during the incident and ongoing. And customers remember that experience. They do expect that things will happen. Your opportunity to show off and to be really good at this is to show that you are ready and you've got your policies, procedures, and technology in line to respond. Think about that from an incident perspective. In one case, a customer incident happens and it's the panic moment and you're trying to deal with it and you're pulling everything together and there's lots of chaos, but you manage to pull it out. Or a customer incident happens, you engage, calm, collected, procedural manner, say, we are expecting this, this is exactly how we address it, we're going to do this, here's how we're going to report against it, we now restore all of your data and you're back up and running. That's the kind of customer experience that's going to be stuck in their minds for a very long time. That good experience of how you retained their business by doing the right thing for them is important. And we want to minimize those breaches. You're adding real value by reducing the likelihood of breaches, making sure that they're not happening regularly, and making sure that you're minimizing all of the impact. Breaches have real cost. They do impact the business. And if you can do everything you can to procedurally make sure that you're minimizing that impact, it's going to make a really big difference in their business. So security is really the way that you can address this. churn really matters. And it should be one of those metrics that you start thinking about, not just about sales and marketing and acquisition, but also about churn. You want to establish contracts, you want to have ongoing relationships with your customers, and you want to add more value through sticky additions like security that make sure that you keep them engaged and keep them happy on an ongoing basis. Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining me.